Hello, Blue Justin here. Still Justin, still not Blue, and it's time for this week's weekly haul. That's why it's called a weekly haul, because it happens weekly. Okay, they're just over here. There's not too many of them this week, but I think there's some interesting ones that you might not have necessarily seen before, so please keep watching. Okay, first up we have They Came From Beyond Space. Oh yes, that's what they did. We'll see a bit of a classic here. I'm just checking the name. Yeah, sorry, 1967 movie. Looks like a lot of fun. It starts with a mysterious meteor shower. That's very traditional. You can't start without a traditional meteor shower, obviously. Who would be proud? Who was it? Who did the mysterious meteor showers all the time? Quatermass. Oh yeah, he loves his mysterious meteor showers. Though I don't think this is one of his at all. It certainly doesn't look like it by the outfits. Moving on, I picked up, like a few people did I think recently, the HMV Premium of Trading Places. Not only an excellent film, but I think this premium collection is the only way you can get it on Blu-ray in the UK, and they've stopped making it. So even though I've seen a few people pick it up in stores and it's still around, I think that's why everyone's been picking it up in stores, because word has got round that it won't be for much longer. So if you want it on Blu-ray from this country, probably best pick it up now before it shoots up in price elsewhere. Oh, and thanks for letting me in on that to Kermit's Ghost. And I'm sorry if that keeps on flying by. That stupid fly in the room, and I cannot get rid of the thing. And maybe I'll whack it with the next Blu-ray case I pick up, as long as it's not too expensive. Anyway. Oh yeah, and yeah, this isn't too expensive. If that fly comes back again, he's definitely getting a whack. This is Games Night. I thought I was going to say games, and I couldn't work out in the reflection whether it was game or games. It's Game Night. I have seen this more cheaply in the past, but I never picked it up. I heard some people don't like it, but generally speaking, it appears that it's a pretty good movie, and I found it relatively cheaply, so I thought pick it up, add to the collection. Mr. Kubrick's last film, Eyes Wide Shut. As you can see, I got the German release. I believe it's identical to the UK release, except it's actually a reasonable price. And I think, and I shall check it out right now for you, if I can get the thing to open. I think, and I'm actually relatively sure, nope. After all my belief, I believe maybe the original release of this had a reversible cover on it without the rating sticker, so I could get rid of that. Because I've definitely seen another person's German copy, which they swapped the cover around on. Mine doesn't. Oh well, I'll just live with the sticker. Well, sticker, the age rate monitoring. Next up is The Beast. Described on the back as the most purely absurd film you'll ever see, and yet there's something magnificent in its absurdity. one of the reviews. Get my teeth in one of these days. Very odd film, apparently. Released here for the first time uncut, and was originally banned outright. Obviously 18 rated, therefore strong sex, sexual violence, explicit sexual images about a French aristocrat attempting to save a crumbling mansion by marrying off his deformed son to a horny American heiress. It's one of those films that I have no idea whether or not I'm going to enjoy it or not, but give it a go. And it's Arrow Academy, so it's probably received good treatment, even if the film isn't the best. It's got the introduction by the person who came up with that review about its absurdity. See, I've got the hang of the word now. And a short film by the person who created this one, and visual essays and the original trailer. And this one does specifically say it's got a reversible sleeve with the original poster design. So with a new HD restoration. So that's that one. Beast. Now we've gone to from the ridiculous to the ridiculous. We'll go to Nicolas Cage in Willys Wonderland. This is one I noticed on a picture on Instagram, I think, of my brother's t-shirt, actually. So, yes, I know, a t-shirt that I haven't got that somebody else does. It's a bit of a shock. It seems to be a sort of filmic adaptation of the kids' Five Nights at Freddy's game that got all the publicity because it was considered a bit unsuitable for the age of the children that were playing it and addicted to it. Well, really enjoyed it. Well, of course they really enjoyed it. It was considered unsuitable by parents. Nick Cage in this one is stranded with a broken car, no way to pay the repair shop, so he takes on a night. It's an abandoned theme park full of animatronic characters who were once a joy to the kids but now hold a dark secret. And as night falls, they come to life and they're out for blood. So that all sounds like good fun. And I haven't seen it yet, as you can tell by the fact it's still wrapped. But I hear that Nick Cage doesn't actually speak, or hardly at all, within the movie. And the reason is that the person who wrote it and probably directed it and produced it, whatever, was intending for it to be so low budget that he was going to play the part himself, and he wasn't much of an actor. Some might say the same about Nick Cage. I actually like him, but so he didn't write himself a speaking part and kept it very, very simple. So when he got Nick Cage to end up playing it and better backing, then there were no lines for him. It could be interesting. And here we have one. This is Paradox. It's rather totally different. Hong Kong cop daughter goes missing in Thailand, teaming up with the local police, who include Tony Yar, to find her. Embroiled web of corruption, violence, explosive thriller. Yes, I think we know where we're going with this one. So, looks very nice. The slip is a bit creased on this side, which is a shame. This is the American copy because there's no UK Blu-ray release of it, and like a lot of the German releases of Eastern films, the German release has the original Cantonese or the original language and a German dub and German subtitles, and since I don't speak German, that wouldn't have been much good, so I had to get the American one, which has an English dub and English subtitles. I want to go via that route. I do notice on the front that Tony Yar is not down as one of the main actors, he's down as special appearance. I suspect that means, being as he's a big name, that will be fleeting. Apart from the crease on the side, this is rather nice slip, by the way. The name on the creased side and on the non-creased side are spot glossed. This is the Blu-ray logo, top and bottom, and the title and all these bits here are actually spot glossed and slightly raised, which is rather nice actually. And so, have we got the same on the back? No, we haven't, so not a lot of point in going on about that. So that's it. Paradox. More corruption and excitement with Romeo is Bleeding. This one is obviously a UK release. It's 1890. It's got the sticker on the front, not the sticker, rating on the front. Corrupt cop about to get in over his head, in bed with the mob, made a lot of money, assignment from the feds, beautiful but deadly person he has to protect. He has orders from the mob to kill her, and a totally different offer from the person, the female that he's supposed to be protecting. So he's got orders to protect her from one side, orders to kill her from the other, and she comes up with a third option. I'm guessing what? Directed by the same person who did The Craze, and the screenplay from the person who did Wag the Dog. It's called Neo Noir. Supporting cast includes Annabella Sciorra, Juliette Lewis and Roy Scheider. And it's got a newly recorded audio commentary, obviously high definition. It's a new interview, trailer, isolated score, image gallery, English language with optional English subtitles. So that's going to be a fun watch. I really think I've been looking to get that one for a while. And here's another one that I was hoping to get earlier, but haven't yet. This is PTU, which stands for, I can't believe I can't remember what it stands for. I think it's Police Tactical Unit, like that. It's set in Hong Kong, about a stolen police handgun and leading to a chain of events. I mean, in America, I don't think that would work so much, but because of the very, very limited number of guns that they crack down on extremely hard on in Hong Kong, one single gun going missing overnight is like, that's a really big deal. I mean, obviously it's never a good thing if a police officer in any country loses their firearm, but it's not like their firearms are readily available as they are in some countries. The officer attempts to track down his gun before dawn. First he loses, he has his car vandalised, then he's beaten up, not having a good day. Finds himself wedged between two gangs on the brink of bloodbath, and staving off investigations from the Vice Squad and the homicide units embroiled in their own turf war. and his only lifeline is the Maverick police tactical unit squad, who might be able to help him find his gun in the one night they have. Atmospheric thriller. It's in the Masters of Cinema series, so it's likely to be well presented. This is a nice new slipcase and artwork. Its debut on a UK release from Blu-ray. It's got Cantonese, LPCM 2.0 and DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, or English dubbed audio. Doesn't say what, but I think it's 2.0. Optional English subtitles happily. Feature-length audio commentary, archival interviews, and quite a number of them actually. Trailer and a collector's booklet. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll open it up, because I won't do a full unboxing of this one, so I shall open it up right now. Well, I will if I. But there's your slipcase unique artwork. I believe the art underneath is different. Let's see if my belief is correct. Yes, it is. That's the art on the actual place. There we have booklet with a few pages. Not going to go into great detail. I'll just check what they're written in. Yep, they're all written, because it's a UK release. All the writing is in reviewing notes, etc. are within or in English, so it's useful. Trouble is with these things, so often I have to get them from Germany, and any booklets I can't read. I can just examine the pretty pictures. There's no artwork on this, it's just black. It's got nice. And oh, there we go. And there's taking up the booklet, and as I said, this one has got reversible art, so if you like the art on the brand new slip, you can swap it over, so you can have that on the slip as well. Which of course means you avoid having the 15 rated sticker. Actually, yes, there's 15 rated stickers on the slip, obviously, so unless you're going to take that off, then it's not going to work. But if you want to take the slip off, but like the picture, you can do that. Right, on to the TV that I've been picking up this week, and this one I've been meaning to get for a bit. This is the second season, I've already got the first, glad to hear, of Titans. So, yep, here we've got the main special features on here are exploring the character's DC universe history as it's been determined by the fans who shaped his destiny. That's Jason Todd, Fate by the Fans. It's 15 rated for strong bloody violence, gore, language, sex and drug misuse. So, sounds like quite a good little series for TV, the sort of thing that you're happy to actually see released on physical format rather than just streamed, which seems to be happening far too much at the moment, in my opinion. And on to another one that I was so glad to see get a release that's not streamed or anything like that. And that is Lovecraft Country. It's just, I love craft beer. And this is a new series that I haven't seen yet. But I'm very glad to see Series 1 being released on physical for the same reasons that I'm very glad to see Titans being released. This is about someone in search of his father's travels across 1950s America with his childhood friend and uncle, and the journey soon becomes a struggle to survive as they battle racist terrors and monsters that could be ripped from an H.P. Lovecraft paperback. And if you didn't know, H.P. Lovecraft is the person who invented the whole Cthulhu monsters mythos. That Cthulhu, very famous squid-faced chap. And this is apparently chock full of pulpy, edge-of-your-seat action, with each episode melding mystery, horror and sci-fi, while taking viewers to a new place in time and space. Stellar cast: Jonathan Majors, Journey Smollett, Courtney B. Vance, Michael Kenneth Williams, Abby Lee, Owen Juan Ellis, Wunmi Mosaku, and Jada Harris. So they might be stellar. I'm sorry, I'm not particularly familiar with them. It's got some special features: compendium of horrors, the making of type HBO special, and 8 exploring the Lovecraft Country featurettes, and 4 more additional featurettes. I'm not quite sure why they separate them out as 8 exploring Lovecraft Country featurettes and 4 Lovecraft Country The Craft featurettes. I'm not sure on the difference, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them. And it obviously, and that's 18 rated, so we're not messing about here with, again, strong gory violence, but obviously even more gory. Sexual and sexualized violence, racist violence, that's probably what sent it through the 18 barrier, and sex. And on to something a little bit less violent, but very good series that I've been watching on telly. I've got Series 1 and very much enjoyed that when it was on, and that is His Dark Materials. This is Season 2. I believe, despite the COVID delay, there will be Season 3, which ties in with the 3rd book of the trilogy, and off the top of my head I cannot remember what order they come in, so I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put it in a nice scrolling banner up here about which season matches which book in the His Dark Materials trilogy. It's got a making of and a couple of other featurettes. It doesn't actually say why it's a 12, it's just got to say suitable for 12, but very, very good series. We'll see, as it says on the front, it's got some double-sided art cards in there. It's rather thick, and I don't know quite why, because I don't think it's that many episodes per season, but very, very good, based on obviously Philip Pullman's best-selling and very popular series of books that they tried to do in a film that didn't do. It was pretty good at cinema, but didn't do as well as it was expected to, with Daniel Craig in one of the main roles, if I recall correctly. The TV series seems to be working out better for them. It's a BBC series. So what I was actually waiting for was them to do Season 2 in a steelbook like they did Season 1, and as I'm sure you know by now, I'm a bit of a steelbook fan, but and I got season 1 on in Steelbook, so I was hoping they'd do the same for season 2 so I could match them up on the shelf, but they didn't, and eventually I just have come around to the acceptance that they're not going to, so I have purchased the season 2 with a slip, which has got embossing of the title on the slip, which is just making up for it a little bit anyway. And finally, and this one's back to my enjoyment of two things, back to my enjoyment of clever time travel programs, and the fact that I saw ages and ages ago Kermit's Ghost received this and said it was very good in his opinion, or I believe he said it was good. It's either that or he was looking forward to it, and I hope he still thinks it's good. This is the same set he got because it's Australian. I think you can get some of the episodes. I can't remember whether you can get them in the UK, but only on DVD. And if you get the series separately from other countries, whether or not, you have to then get season 1 and season 2 separately, but then there's a special finale which you have to get in a separate purchase. But I know this set from Australia that does just include season 1, season 2 in their separate HD Blu-rays. Does include the final supersized episode from season 2 in the season 2 Blu-ray. So this is the complete thing without getting any more. I paused, unfortunately, for a little bit too long when I saw it on Kermit's channel, and then because it was quite expensive to get off Amazon UK, though it was available, and then it started going up in price, and of course I kicked myself for waiting, and since then recently luckily it came down a little bit in price. I don't think it came down as far as it was when Alan got it, but it was only within £2 or £3, so I went for it in case it just went back up again, because I've been after it for quite some time now. Anyway, that is my total for this week. Oh, almost missed this one. Maybe I might have to edit it in. It must be obvious. So, I also picked up the big full set for Line of Duty on Blu-ray, seasons 1 to 6. Only available on DVD up till now for seasons 1 to 5. Season 6 came out in time for my birthday, so I originally had this on my birthday list, but they delayed the seasons 1 to 6 until after my birthday, so I had to get it for me because I really wanted it. Heard really good things about it, and the reason that it wasn't easily available on the pile, and this might have to be a little bit obviously slid into my editing, is because I'm watching it at the moment and it was downstairs. So the only thing I would want to say is that I'd like to point out is that unlike usual with these box sets, especially on box sets which haven't had separate releases before, as you can see, it's made up of 3 cases, 2 seasons for each. Instead of saying not to be sold separately, each double season set has a separate barcode, and that's different to the barcode of the complete set. So that might indicate, I emphasize might, that somebody is considering at some point in the future putting it out on seasons 1 and 2 sets, 2 sets at a time, to sell for people who want to replace their Blu-rays who got them all, replace their DVDs with Blu-rays who got them all on DVD the first time and want to upgrade. I don't know if there are any extras differences. I very much doubt it. The original DVDs, if I recall correctly, came with just Dolby Stereo, even though they were recorded in something better for at least the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then possibly onto surround 5.1 Dolby for the 5th season. These, apart from season 1, which is lossless PCM stereo for season 1. That's where my one was coming from in my brain. I've got one somewhere. All of them have the option of PCM to PCM stereo for all the other seasons. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So and they also have a DTS 5.1 track for seasons 2 to 6, but not on season 1. Obviously they didn't even bother record it for season 1. Anyway, I hope you got something out of that. I did quite a bit of TV there, as you saw. I do tend to get a lot more TV than quite a lot of Bluetubers, even though that doesn't necessarily get reflected in my weekly hauls. I've been more concentrating on films recently, but if you go back through my collection, then in actual fact I've got quite a lot of TV compared to a lot of people. So I hope that gave you potential ideas of what's out there, in the same way that when Alan Kimitzko put this on his channel, it gave me an idea of what was out there, and that's why I ended up getting it, because it sounded really good, just up my street. Time Travel Adventures and all the others there. And like I said, hope you liked the video and got something out of it. If you did, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. There's another reason for that as well that I'll mention in a moment. And please hit the notification bell for finding out when I put out more videos. And in the meantime, please keep on enjoying all the films on all the TV that you like to watch and other people's YouTube channels. And if you're not in having to self-lock down because your app went ping like I am, please enjoy going to the cinema. Oh, that was the reason I was going to say, wasn't it? I knew I had something to say. Yeah, please do like the video anyway, but please do subscribe, because finally I am just about to put up my video for my 100 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, I know I've been promising for ages, but I finally got around to recording it. Haven't edited it yet, but if it isn't up already, it will be very, very soon. But one of the things you have to be is a subscriber to win any of the prizes, and I hope you do like the prizes, because they're quite nice. Right, and that's me wrapping up for this week. I shall hopefully see you again next week. Cheers.